Hey everyone, I figured it's time that I provided you guys with the semester 3 vlog update of first year in PA school at the PA Consortium. So to start off, just to give you an overview of the different courses that we're taking for this online block. So this online block is between our April res block and our July res block, which is coming up in a few weeks. We have 3 main courses and then LC is on top of that. So for medical foundations, I kind of provided you guys with an overview earlier on in the semester, but just to kind of reiterate the 10 modules that we'll be covering for this course. So for the first test, we covered MSK, neurology, and endocrinology. And then for our second test, we covered respirology, cardio, as well as nephrology and hematology, which were kind of grouped together. And then for our last test, which is coming up in a few weeks, we will be covering gastroenterology, surgery, gynecology, and urology. So the difference between the first 2 tests and the last test for the medical foundations course is that the last test will be 4 hours long, so it's kind of longer and a bit more content, so I guess you finish off strong. For our next course, so DTP, Diagnostic Techniques and Procedures, for the online portion, we've been focusing on imaging. And these are kind of long lectures, so 3 hours long, and some of these lectures actually have like 300 plus slides, so it can be exhausting and kind of hard to keep focused, but still interesting content and lots of repetition to make sure that you understand kind of what you're looking for on these various imaging techniques. So we've covered MSK imaging, neural imaging, chest imaging, and then PFTs and resp therapy, which is kind of an online module. And then we finished off with abdo imaging, and we also have a couple of group assignments and different things for that. And then our last course, so behavioral medicine, we have 10 modules, 1 final exam coming up in a few weeks, and we've covered different topics for that as well, including psych interviewing, counseling, and different conditions such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders, as well as different conditions based on population, so geriatrics, as well as dementia, delirium, and different things like that. So that's behavioral medicine, and LCs are on top of that, and I kind of covered them earlier on in the semester, so I had the summer kind of off, and I can kind of better prepare or not rush my LCs before my final exams. So for LCs, I personally did CCU, ER, ortho, 2 days in acute care general surgery, as well as family medicine. And I think doing LCs in 3rd semester compared to 1st and 2nd semester, you get more and more comfortable doing taking the history and doing physical exams. And I really look forward to kind of working on these skills as I move through clinical rotations. So those are LCEs. Other exciting things that's happened in 3rd semester include kind of submitting our requests for 2nd semester rotations. So that kind of took place in June. And hopefully we'll hear back about our schedule for 2nd year, or like where we'll be for like the north-south swap placements. So that's also something that took place this semester. So that's another exciting thing. And then basically what we have in between now till when we start our July res block, which is our final res block of didactic year, is basically a few group assignments, a few quizzes, and 2 final exams, so medical foundations, behavioral medicine exams, final exams. And then once the residential block starts, we'll have more assessments, and I'll kind of keep you guys up to date with that later on in the summer.